Howdy y'all, happy Pride Month. So last year, I started collecting anime again, and I picked up the OVA and movie collection of Dirty Pair. And then I got a Crunchyroll subscription recently, and I started watching some of the show. I found out about Dirty Pair from, I've heard it tossed around here and there when people talk about classic anime from the 80s. And what really got me wanting to get into the series was when a friend of mine, my close friend, shared me a clip that I will show later. We'll get to that. But in the meantime, I got myself into Dirty Pair. It's a space opera girls with gun anime series that takes place in the future and features two mercenaries, I guess they are, named Ki and Yuri. They go on missions as they bicker with each other and kick ass along the way. I'm a simple man. I like girls kicking ass. What can I say? I love the camaraderie and the friendship between the two, even though they bicker a lot and definitely get into some arguments sometimes. They have a good relationship, and they're clearly friends. Even though sci-fi isn't my favorite genre, just never been big into space, this series focuses more on the stories, the characters, and the action than all the technobabble and all that stuff that turns me off from sci-fi. And another good thing about it is, every episode doesn't follow any continuity. They definitely exist in their own vacuum, so any casual can watch any episode and not feel lost. And plus, as a classic anime fan, I never get tired of seeing that classic cel-painted style. So crisp, so organic. I love it. And I love how there's more to the show than just boobs and butt. Yeah, you look at the cover and you see two scantily clad women with guns. You think you're gonna be in for a fan service series that's just nothing but fan service that you tend to get nowadays in a lot of anime, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They know their market and they cater to that. But there's more to Dirty Pair than that. It shows that just because you had scantily clad characters in a series doesn't mean that it has to be all for titillation. It can just be a series that's well made, and that just happens to have scantily clad women in it. Everybody wins. So in a way, I kind of see Dirty Pair as kind of a feminist series, in it that the girls are badass, they can solve a lot of problems themselves, and yeah, they just like to dress pretty and go after boys. Oh yeah, that's another thing. My favorite character is probably Ki because she shares the same taste in men that I do. She loves young, twinkish studs. No wonder why I can relate to her so much. Wish I could talk more about Dirty Pair, but I've only seen some of the OVA series, the movies, and a little bit of the 85 TV show. So I really haven't completed my enjoyment of it, but I'm getting there. I definitely see enough to know that it's become some of my favorite classic anime. Probably even some of my favorite by the time I finish it. But there's one specific episode I wanted to talk about that made me want to do this video, especially for this month. Episode 7, Love is Everything, Better Their Lives on Elopement. So it's a standard plot to start with. The girls get called to save a billionaire's son who's been kidnapped by a woman. But it's not what it seems, as the son actually is in love with this woman, and they're talking about running off together to live alone and free. Something doesn't seem right here. Well, eventually, there's a conspiracy involved, and it's found out. And, well, this scene happens.
それほどまでに私のことがお嫌いなんですか？
当たり前だお前は。お前は元はといえば男ではないか。
だからどうしたっていうのよ。頭古いんじゃないの？今や10人に1人は展開手術を受けている時代なのに、あんたの秘書よりマシだよ。
Yeah, can you believe it? In 1985, here we have an anime that's basically flat out saying trans rights. And I love it. I just love how mature and well written that this episode was written. I love how this was an early portrayal of trans representation in a series, and it's actually in a positive light. After the main characters found out the conspiracy, they were all for the characters living together. I just love it when I see characters and main characters in a series just doing the right thing like that. Just makes you feel good, you know? So yeah, if you consider yourself an anime fan and you haven't seen Dirty Pair, I highly recommend it. I think it's definitely an essential anime to check out if you call yourself a fan of the genre. Dirty Pair. These girls will kick your butt and look good doing it.